That's the wrong scene. This is the right scene. Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. I'm Dr. Das, curator of the Museum of ZZT, and I will be your tour guide today as we check out the lab, specifically. We're going to be taking a look at some incomplete ZZT worlds from the late 90s. Yes and no. There's not very much to Police Quest from what I've seen. I'm also realizing I don't think I actually went through the script, and I'm wondering how much Police Quest we're gonna be playing on stream, actually. But, welcome on in, everybody. Happy ZZT Friday to y'all. Really, the Police Quest is just kind of whatever, but that's just what happened to be our title screen here. What we're really in for is, of course, a long-awaited return to the 90s with a slightly more complete version of Flame Frost Blade. This is one of those iconic 90s ZZT worlds that was very much hyped. That's all I remember. We've actually played through the demo on stream before, but now we get to see exactly how much more of this game was made, and it's not a lot, apparently. I mean, yeah, cop with gun is definitely going to be there. There will be cops with guns, I'm sure, as well. I'll double check some stuff real quick. Yeah. I'm realizing I may have made a big mistake by not looking at what little of Police Quest was there. At least in terms of its script. The actual boards are all well and good. We may have to pivot after Flame Frost Blade, actually, but I wasn't sure how long this was gonna be anyway. But, this is looking a little less than stream ideal. This is what I get for... I was auditing 24 hours of ZZT games to make sure that they're going to be good to stream when we start the next batch of those. That's on me. Right, well, we're going to start with Flame Frost Blade. That'll hold up a little better. We got some 90s edginess awaiting us in the other game that might be best. I think we'll just wait for another time with that, actually. It's gonna be a lot smarter to do it that way. It's, you know... Listen, if you've played Teen Priest, I don't think there's anything in there that you haven't seen before. But, there's a reason I haven't played Teen Priest on stream either, is the thing. So yeah, fortunately, since I wasn't sure how long this was gonna go, I grabbed a whole bunch of ZZT magazines as a little afterthought, just to pad out the time if it ended up being a little too short. And... well then, I grabbed the AKWare magazine specifically because I was like, they've been coming up a lot lately. The AKWare games are dated, but I think they're a bit more Twitch friendly, to say the least. Maybe we'll just have a lot of regrets at the end of the day. I don't know. I should probably stop delaying this walk to my doom and start checking out this whole Flame Frost... almost a tongue twister. Flame Frost Blade, as seen in the lab. It's got that real mushy color. Everything is just kind of blending into itself with these letters. I'm staring at the S in Frost in particular. That's just a rhombus that you've made there. If I didn't know this was called... it's very difficult to say. Flame Frost Blade. There. If I didn't know that was the title of this game, I would be struggling to figure out the title of this game. Blade, they got Blade. The blade is indeed a blade. I'm wondering if the interactive fantasies text is supposed to even be blinking or not. We got cool vines, though. That always makes for a nice title screen. Oh, here we go. See, it's immediately selling us on this game. What's so great about Flame Frost Blade? I'm gonna like perpetually hesitate when I talk when it comes to saying this game. I guess that's why he's going with FFB here. What's so great about FFB? I love the line wall pattern we got here, actually. The contrast there looks fantastic. Actually, I guess I should talk to this person. Okay, this is our author. Flatcoat Lab here. Just wanted to say, play my games, use Snack, go to my page and click reload a lot, and send me $5 if you like this game. Never mind. Snack is great. Snack is the toolkit that I used to use. So I've got one of these down. And I'm actually playing one of his games right now, so two, really. I don't know if I can F5 his website, but I don't have anywhere to send $5. But here we go. What's so great about Flame Frost Blade? You ask, we'll answer. Alright, well, Flame Frost Blade has several nice things. These include, of course, great graphics and sound. Gotta have those. Good programming. Much preferable to the alternative. Battle engine for bosses. Real-time battles for common enemies. Oh, that's really upselling it, isn't it? Randomness invoked stuff. Like a 50-50 chance of being caught stealing. Multiple spells and attacks to learn. Multiple mini-quests. Multiple worlds. Multiple towns. Cinemas and cutscenes. Is this not the recipe for the perfect game? What more could you ask for? It's going to be a cinematic masterpiece for sure. Upcoming and finished projects? It'll be very funny if Police Quest is actually mentioned in here. Here, finished products. Base 1 through 6, Madeku, Snack 1 through 4, Flame Frost Blade demo. And, of course, Castlevania 927. Oh god, not again. Definitely one of the better ZZT titles out there. Name-wise, that is. Upcoming projects include Red Planet. Ooh, Nightshade for Zig. We were going to make a Zig game, everyone. The future is here. Freezer projects. Okay. I wonder if that's where I got this term from. I remember somebody, I guess it would have been Lab, just talking about projects that they didn't expect to return to as being put in the freezer for later, you know, thaw them out. Not relating to, like, the comic book trope or anything, just, you know, they're in the freezer. Secret game, also for Zig. Somebody here was a Zig proponent. Oh, well, that's it. Okay. Yeah, it's like, listen, this is not tonight's dinner. Okay, none of these games came out. I don't think Red Planet, actually. Let me just double check. Red Planet. Nope, no Red Planet game. Okay. We do have that Castlevania one, at least. Miscellaneous info? Hope you like this game. It took me a good year or so to finish. Don't forget to email me about the game and give Snack a chance. I don't think I've ever seen anyone promoting their toolkits so much. Here's my email. Here's my website. Here's my IRC handle. You can just find me in the void. We're not going to list like a server or channel. Just look for me. Here's my AOL screen name. And I'm in Interactive Fantasies, of course. We're getting all the good information. I take musical and artistic requests for people's games, but if I don't know you, I won't. So there. Get me out of here. I mean, I guess this will start us up. Got it, mister. Alright. I'm Magus, a teenage half-elf. It is the medieval times. In this game, I fight dragons, learn magic, encounter elves, centaurs, and orcs, just to name a few, get rich, and, kill stuff. My family are the protectors of the Flame Frost Blade, an enchanted broadsword combining fire and ice. Each side of the blade possesses the power of fire or ice. Enough talking. On with the game. We've got elves. I love elves. Cute bedroom we've got. Look at our little wardrobe here. Oh, this was totally a game that was going to make us put on our clothes before we could leave. And our precious staff. Got some books. How to fillet a panda. I hope that's supposed to be fillet. Art of basket weaving. No, you got 2 jokes. Couldn't come up with a third funny book title. Alright, we will never enter our parents' bedroom. They left the fire on. Oh, are we cleaning? Magus sees his mom mopping the floor. Good morning, Magus. Good morning, Mother. I'm going to check on the flame frost, then go hunting. Okay, deer would be nice today. Alright, goodbye, Mother. Goodbye. It sounds like a cool sword. I thought it was cool as like a 10-year-old. When this game was actually, you know, up and coming and not a dusty, forgotten relic. We'll need to go in the storage room. The storage room looks cool, though. We're getting, like, blocked off of the interesting locations so far. Oh, we can't investigate the little mop she's got. It's a nice day today. The smoke coming out of the chimney's cute. Alright. Again, the contrast seems not ideal, but otherwise it doesn't look too bad, if a bit overshaded perhaps. But at the very least we can tell what everything is, which is more than we can say for a lot of other ZZT games. Yeah, I think just going with the black on dark green for the grass instead of just plain dark green might have been a little better. We got all kinds of iconic blends and fades as seen in the snack toolkit. I think we need to go up, though I won't. I'll lie to my mother and head directly to town. I'm curious if any of this is going to be different. There's like some familiarity here, but it has been a while since we last took a look at this demo. Greetings, what can I do for you? Know any cool spells? I know the Orb of Agony. Does anyone else here know the Orb of Agony? It's 9 gold coins. Kinda hard for beginners, but here it goes. Blah 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 blah. What if blah blah blah. Magus learns Orb of Agony. Did I have money? I have 0 gems and I have 40 score, and neither of those seem like I would have had 9 beforehand. Potions? You have any potions? 1 potion, please, especially if it's free. Okay, money counts for that. Have any info on the Flame Frost? The Flame Forced. I'm supposed to be the protector, so I really hope that this random potion seller isn't gonna school me on this thing. Wouldn't you know? I mean, the player wouldn't, so like it is kind of good to tell me all about the Flame Frost Blade, but See anything last night? Well, actually, while I was packing up my inventory, I heard a loud noise. Walls. Oh, I think there's a line that like begins with an apostrophe, so it gets treated as a comment. I heard a loud noise, there were walls, I sees 3 guys, floating away on a boat. I think nothing at the time. I wonder who they were. Now again, you can't really be too mean about spelling and grammar in ZZT games. especially incomplete ones. This one's got its share of grammatical issues for sure. Burloin's shop. I guess doesn't really feel like going into a shop. He has all he really needs. Okay, never mind. Amakar's Forge. I mean, I can see we don't have any actual... Okay, so my dad's Smith. Harg's Inn. A 15-year-old can't go into a tavern. Doesn't that suck? Doesn't it? The river town is a cool touch. Oh. Why leave the safety of town? Towards the east is Dernak Woods. Again. A lot of hype, not a lot of spell checking. Can't do a whole lot in town. So far, this is all the same old boards as always. Beyond the wall and the guards is the mine. Guarding the mine entrance is a heavily bearded dwarf. Hey kids, scram. This place is for miners only. We don't want any kids getting lost in the mines. Please? Magus yearns for the mines. Be off with ye. Okay. So far, nothing. Not a whole lot here. It's definitely the first few boards of a ZCT RPG. Got a town. We got an Orb of Agony. Did we actually get... We've got a flag. Okay, we've got the orb. That's been recorded. Yeah, like this board's kind of pretty. Oh, that's the smoke. It's still rising. Oh, did it not? But it's not lined up. I guess you were trying to line it up to keep players from entering the board over there. I appreciate the effort. It's just a little bit askew. Also wondering about these little, like, holes in the walls, like, directly left of the player here. There was one in the bottom part of town, too, and I just thought, like, oh, he missed a tile, but there's another one. Might just be, like, a hidden object that goes away or something? Who knows? Yeah, the old passages next to passages. Okay, we get to follow the river through the cave. That's cool. Good bridge. Magus enters the back of the cave. The flame frost... Even when I say it right, I don't feel like I say it right. The flame frost blade is gone. That man must have taken it. Hey, you. Go west. Now, I remember playing the battle in the actual demo. Is it... Oh, I think it's supposed to destroy... Maybe this tile's next to me is the passage? I think the player was supposed to be erased. I don't remember if this was the case in the last version, but it probably was. There we go. Now we're getting a good look at our hero. And this incredible thief. The patterns are cool. Like our kind of notebook paper got going. Okay, I was too busy looking at things to read the scroll. Oh, we do have the Orb of Agony. I guess scores are magic. We're not really explaining a lot of these things. Healing Potion and Taunt. We'll get to that. Let's attack. Oh, I didn't see what happened because the bad guy attacked. Alright, let's see here. This is my new RPG engine. It's free to the public, so don't criticize somebody because they use this. Anyway, there are like some bugs, but nothing serious. Since this is the first battle, it will be easier than the rest, but sometimes they get harder. I wanted to make this battle engine as realistic as possible, but unfortunately I don't know how to use randomness that well. Anyway, here's the guide. The difference between the way the game got talked up versus how the game talks about itself when you're actually experiencing it is noticeable. Staying healthy in this game is, crucial, but I kind of like a mix of crucial and futile. Futile. Your health is represented by the health on the default status bar. Enemy health is measured by ammo. Healing potions are torches. Gems are money, so it's not important for fighting. It's not like Magus is gonna buy the enemy's weapon from him, smiley face. And mana is score. Alright, so yeah, that's all the good information we need. Bars under the names gradually fill up with boulders. When your bar is full, you can attack. Same with the enemy. Taunt. Magus taunts the enemy, but it takes up time, so he'll do an attack so the time's not wasted. So, attacking and yelling. Healing potions are a good thing to get and use. They fill up 20 health. Magus can only carry 5 at a time. Attack. Magus will attack with his staff. Various techniques will be learned in the game. Okay. Adding some complexity. Over the course of the game, Magus will be able to learn several spells. Again, they take score per spell, yeah. Yeah, the throwing of money is a time-honored technique, actually. Now again, though, they don't use it to buy the enemy's weapon in any game that I've come across. Your enemies have different classes, races, and spells, too. Classes depend on which spells can be used and how much health and stamina the enemy has. Spells are adapted to the class. The Rangers use nature magic. Races also play a part in health/stamina. Okay. Let's try that Orb of Agony. Magus casts Orb of Agony. Oh no, my Orb of Agony failed. Well, try again. Oh. It lives up to its name. That was not a good sound. They did get orbed. So it's not without its merits. And if we taunt, we get to attack and yell at them? You call that fighting? Bad guy is saying nothing to us. Bastard. You're going home in a box. I'm starting to pull ahead. Come on, that's not really much of a taunt. I think I'm losing this battle, actually. No, it's all on there. It uses ammo is the enemy's health, and my health is the player health, so I'm dying. It seems like the enemy thief does way more damage, because I had like 40 health before the last attack, and I think my regular attacks are doing like 5. Let's see what this does, if it even lands. I missed. Yeah, so I'm in peril. I need to buy this man's weapon if I'm to survive. Alright, 20 for the Orb of Agony. Oh, they missed. It's not over yet. Oh, okay, the author gave up. This seems to be a recurring theme. Oh, so what was that, like 4 damage? Oh, if he keeps missing, we might actually get through this in one attempt. There's no way we'll be that lucky. Yeah. Magus takes his last breath as he drops his beloved staff and falls to the ground in a bloody heap, dead. The enemy puts his weapon away and leaves. Sadly, our hero has fallen. Bad put. I remember from the demo that, like, we can't get money. I know that guy sells healing potions, but we will never get one unless we cheat for some. Yeah, no, we gotta cheat for health. As long as we're doing that... He stole the blade. Let's see what happens if I give myself 1,000,000 potions. It's not even implemented here. Let's see, from 60 health... 25. So it's a very small amount of health, considering that we're going to lose most of it immediately afterwards. But yeah, this is not exactly a high-class ZZT RPG engine. This is, this feels like one we would have seen in a 24-hour stream recently. Very repetitive. And with its last breath, the thief yells, "You'll never defeat Akbar." I see, that's what we're going with. Oh! Hooray, we win. It's one of those engines where, at least so far, you just spam attack because you don't really have any other options. We can use that orb, but we're going to immediately run out of score and then have to keep attacking. Seems very difficult to actually get through. Am I supposed to... The end? There's a board south. Does it just end like this? We're never gonna learn about Akbar if we can't escape this board. Let me see here. Oh, where's my Kev edit? There we go. This was the Blade Room, of course. South of here is past Blade. Oh no, so yeah, this is where the cutscene started. So I guess it just stops. Yeah, so that's identical to the demo then. I don't remember if that's where it ended or not, but I knew there certainly wasn't a lot more. So, what's the difference in board count here? Because there's definitely more to this. At least I hope. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of... okay. Is that going to be the difference? Blade. Okay, no. There's some actually very different board titles and things here too. Yeah, there's plenty more to go if we can find out how to get to any of it. The text file says a lot of it isn't actually hooked up, so I think we probably are gonna just be jumping from board to board and seeing what we can come across in this weird game. Let's try that. Let's just jump around and see what else we can find here. Are the blank boards? Actually, let me just double check that. Okay, the blank boards are indeed either completely blank or just yellow bordered. That saves us a few. We've got Battle 2. Equal to Battle. Will this be any better? You can fight a mage. Alright, yeah, we copied the board, so it's still got that scroll. The mage cast... The most powerful spell of all, choke. Oh yeah, I'll show you all snack. I love snack. I prefer the previous version. What got me to make my own toolkit as a kid was when I found 4.0 and saw that it was multiple boards. I didn't care for that. But this is good. This actually does have a lot of nice stuff in it. Plenty of blends. Plenty of like default built-ins, the usual fades, good passage selection, lots of fake walls, whole lot of dummies. Some thin line walls. The Interactive Fantasies Boulder blend. Made from all kinds of good stuff. The environmental stuff is here. Here's the list. Hay/straw. The official names of all these great fades. Special thanks to all my ZZT buddies, the Interactive Fantasies crew, my pals on Dark Digital and ZZT, the guy who made the first toolkit, Kronos for the Shades toolbox, Sang for his ASCII chart, which I'll probably rip off soon. Dang, callouts. No thanks to these three. The toolkit rivals. Send me an email. I think my big complaint is this, as it kind of acknowledges, there's a lot of space that's not being used for the second board. So it's like, why bother? You're not getting a lot more out of having this second board. It does have pre-made doors, though. That's good. Stars. Statted empty called a wee. To yank the player when they step on it. Colored empties for putting surprise colors. That's something. And character list. And it's flood filled, so I can't read this great scroll very easily. I want to find like a gameplay board and see if we can figure out what that mage's deal is rather than just immediately fight him. 1999. All the characters. 0 to 255. No updates needed. Looks good. It says we've got. Here's the Flame Frost blade itself. Yeah. Guess this would be a unfinished artboard. We get a good look at the sword. It's got fire and ice. It's got what we're here for. The people are craving. Yeah, I'm popping open Kev Edit in the side here. See if there's anything in that check mark. It is completely blank. Because it didn't seem like something that would have that would expect players to touch it. Alright. What else we got in here? Dragon encounter. Well, that doesn't say battle, so it's probably not a fight. Look, there's a map. See, this game was kind of designed all over the place. Not really following the flow of the game. Let's see, dragon encounter. That's cool. Greetings, young Magus. Who are you? Oh, it's Akbar, everybody. Now we know. I don't remember if this was in the original demo. I don't think it is. Well, we got something cool out of this. You're Akbar? You took the Flame Frost? Why? You see, dragons have a lust for treasure. I have lived 1159 years. In that time, I have taken thousands of treasures from kingdoms and people. But why the Flame Frost? What do you plan to do with it? I plan to use its magical energy to open up a gate to a demonic realm. See, I have always wanted to have dragons rule over humanoids. With that, I plan to send the demons loose on the world. Then I will find the rest of my kind and overthrow the humans, which have hunted us for many years. With the demons loose, the humans will have no time to worry about the dragons. Sound logic. What's so important about the flame frost? I mean, apparently it can open up a portal. The flame frost is unique because of it being pure ice and fire. There is no in-between. That blade was also crafted by one of your ancestors who killed my parents. That's quite the aside. I heard tales of one of my family being a dragon hunter, and that he was killed by one. Oh boy, so they both hate each other. Yes, and you will meet his fate. There's a passage. Where will it take us? Back to the path to the blade. Okay, gone full circle. Alright, that's probably more of the plot than we've ever known about this game. Before it was just, well, the cool sword got stolen, we should probably get it back. Now there's some stakes. And a villain. We know who AKWare is. Overlooked cinema. Looks nice. Is it actually a cinema? No, but it does look pretty cool at least. Oh, is this like doing the Final Fantasy 1 thing, actually? Did we... I'm starting to piece this together. I think that's our house down there. And didn't we have to... Oh no, the bridge was in the cave. Never mind. I thought it was cave with blade. Guess not. Just a cool overlook. We got the map. There we go. Now it's a fantasy game. Your village, the Eros Mountains, Veramon City, Marash Castle, the Jeho Overlook, the Indigo Forest, the Ominous Hills. Plenty of spots for adventure. Where do we go next? The castle. I would assume the castle. Oh, I guess we'd go to the... Those woods aren't on the map. The Dernak Woods. Oh, there's a town? A different town? Let's see. Dernak Woods? Maybe we'll meet the mage? Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. And we're getting to see that incredible real-time combat engine. Let's see. Let's let this creature approach. Oh, okay. It's a ferocious wolf. I'll bonk it with a staff. A lot. Okay, classic touch before you get touched combat. Oh, wait, the board exit is to the left, not the right. Oh! Oh, okay, hang on. Maybe we should talk to the guy on the bridge. As Magus walks across the bridge, he looks back at his home village. He may not come back in a while. He must retrieve the flame frost. Magus takes a step off the bridge and makes his way into Dernak Woods. Okay, so we couldn't talk to this guy before, but I guess we can this way. Magus sees his friend Joe finishing off the bridge into Dernak Woods. Oh, we just built it, huh? Hello, Magus. Anything happening? Nothing. That sucketh eggs. Well, I gotta go. Hunting. Alright, well, I better get back to fishing. Father's gonna be mad if I don't catch 5 large ones. Yeah, that's how parents are. I want you to catch 5 big fish. Or go hunt a deer. They're so picky. They always want there to be food to eat, to live. I didn't even notice that this guy's got like a fishing pole out here the whole time. Ranked or danker? What's the vibe with this guy? Joseph needs to fish. Okay, no other exit there. Okay, so we would head off into the woods. We would continue into the woods. Well, we would keep going through the woods. Ah, man, this is actually very disappointing. We would watch a cinema at night. Please don't be an empty board. It says dark. I know the joke will be really obvious. Hey, this looks pretty nice. This ain't bad at all. This is not really a cinema, though. We just get to look. Still pretty good. The thing is, like, it's not that this game is entirely devoid of all quality or anything. It's just another goofy ZZT RPG that never went anywhere. But he's definitely trying, especially with the artwork. Alright, on to the other town. Our last chance to get a mage mad at us and have any context for battle number 2. Alright, this is cool too. Flower? Take it or leave it. 1 flower, please. Hello, I'm selling apples. Square apples. Oh! A 50% chance of successfully stealing an apple. It's gotta be this. Hey, you, kid, stop! Oh, a guard. It wasn't even the lady? Oh. Ah, I thought you got away with stealing, eh? He was watching us. Debate? He was watching us the whole time, huh? Tell the truth, lie, bribe, or debate? We've got to debate the guard. You know, I didn't really eat the apple. How so? Here. Magus vomits. Ew. Okay, this apparently is not working. The guard takes Magus to the local prison where he stays for a good long time. But by then, your parents figure out the blade's missing. Boy, you're in trouble, mister. Yeah, right. The guard take... You're in trouble, mister. Uh-oh. We may be in trouble. Oh god, this is our true fate. Please, let me exit game. Alright, you don't need to watch me struggling to close a window. That's constant. There. I made it. Alright, well. Let's try it again. Nice. Magus quickly grabs an apple while the girl turns and looks at the flowers. You fool. Oh, I think that gave me 3 health. Alright. Let's buy an apple. How much do the apples actually cost? 1 gem. We gotta... we gotta get caught and see the other options, so we're gonna keep stealing apples. Nice. Okay. Confess. It's just an apple. You're right. I took an apple. There, see? Now I'll take a coin from you and give it to the girl. And a 1 coin fine for theft. Goes over to the girl at the stand and gives her the coin. Hang on, we have to see what happens if we can't pay the fine. Good day. There's no way this is going to keep working. I don't know. He was just hunting down the player. We'll be fine. 2 gems. I really hope there's something for this. I'm just shoving these apples into my face right in front of these two. Oh. Aha, okay. I don't have any money. We are going to handle this situation. No money, eh? We'll spend some time in prison. Oh, okay, well. You're in trouble, mister. Why is this so difficult? Please. It's ZZT's ultimate challenge, is just closing a repeating window. Alright, well I'm glad we actually covered that scenario. What other... Dang it. What if I deny it? Just go to jail, I assume? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Oh, I hope y'all like looking at this sword, because I'm really glad at really bad at closing this window. What if we bribe him? Will that make it cost 1 gem? Oh, nope. Okay. So, not a lot of outcomes, actually. Mostly going to prison. Oh, I got it like first try that time. Alright, so now, finally, after 2 decades of waiting, we finally know that this game was going to let you steal apples. Or is the guard doing otherwise? Just standing in front of a house? Good day. Free water. No passages. Can't believe he clocked me stealing an apple from 30 feet away. And nothing else. That's all that exists of town number 2, huh? Where is this game's story? Menu and text? Yeah, the only other thing left is this battle. Battle 2 with the mage. We should... Oh, wait a second. This is a completely different battle, because now we have health meters. Magus is up against a human mage. Taunts. New taunts? You call that fighting? No. It's all the same. Oh, but we're not actually doing anything. Even this. You ever accidentally announce a whole bunch of stuff about how cool and great your game is going to be and then not do any of that ever? Don't even Orb of Agony correctly. We just have to get perpetually choked by a mage and zapped with lightning bolts. Well, that's a little more Flame Frost. We got to see the villain. Got to see the world. There's something going on here, at least. If there's anything fun in the documents here? Yeah, no, nothing much. That's how it goes. Alright, well, let's see. Alright, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna move on a bit and check out There's a couple ZZT magazines. It's been a little while since we've done anything like that. So, we finally got through all the Dark Mage ones, I believe. I figure now's as good a time as any to start checking out the good old-fashioned AKWare magazine. They just call it AKMag by AKWare. First one is dated April of '97, which already feels we're hitting the end of the AKWare era, IMO, but there's like 8 of these. Oh, 7, still. There's a good number. I think it'll keep us busy. Maybe give us a little insight into this strange company with their impromptu quiz, which has very strict licensing terms, to say the least. It's an old favorite. Let's see if we can keep that going. What do we got here? Premiere issue. It's a magazine. Brilliant observation, Holmes. Thank you, bro. How should we open it? We can't. Okay, flashing lights. That'll be fun. What? How do we read it? We need some help from the user. This sounds weird, but... User? Yes, you. Put your face... It's probably this one's in, actually. Now that you say that, and the game tells me I should move my face really close to the screen, I think it's going to be this one, actually. I'll let you know. Not on this screen, but this is such a setup. I'm being told to wiggle my fingers, chant open. Nothing else is happening other than text anyway. Nothing's happening. Here's an idea. User, take your hand and press the letter P on the keyboard. Alright, we're landmine gaming today, I suppose. Hopefully these folks can keep control for a little bit. Extensive reviews, a built-in arcade. Okay, AKWare 5. We're not even going to make it that far. Don't worry about that then. But I will make a note of that. That sounds like good information to edit out in advance. Alright, so we're going to learn how to fix bugs. Hang on, we might have more title screen content. Alright, you. If you don't press P, I'll clean you. Oh god. Bro, just let him wait. Yeah, they got me in the end. Nothing to be done except press the P key. Table of contents. Yep. Q&A and letters, reviews, arcade, game bugs. Coming soon from AKWare, tricks are from kids. Okay, we're taking a very literal magazine format here. Is every board going to be like in this shape? Okay, but we're not doing text within the board. Fair enough. Hello everyone. What a nice big crowd today. Yeah, we are here to answer letters and questions that haunt your slumber. Let's start. You there, that cyan guy. What's your question? I'm confused with the char command. That's not even a question. How do I use the char command? Well, we're getting some great info so far. Select the character you want, select the character, start from the empty smiley face, and count each one to the right. When you find the one you want, the number you counted to should equal that number. For instance, slash would equal 47. It was rough out there before third-party editors, man. You wanted to make a specific character appear on the screen. You had to find out what that number was. You might be counting if you really don't know what you're doing. Slash would equal 47. Thanks. Now I can leave this puny form. Oh, they turned into a lion. A bright red man there. What's your question? You guys crazy? Don't know, but I'm sure he is. Oh. Goodbye. The classic ZZT slapstick. We killed a man for no reason. What's the point of this magazine? Many of us are asking this. It's so we can help other people who have problems with ZZT, or inform people of what ZZT to download. I'm assuming they mean games. That's about it. We don't bother everyone. Let us go away. If you want your question voiced out to readers, email your questions to AKNeutron, me. Now disappear. Can I take the microphone? I thought it was a trophy at first, honestly, but ooh, we got to experience some ZZT company drama. I cannot, in fact, take the trophy / microphone. Oh, okay, some good reviews here. Alright, I, as always, is AK, and I be his brother nicknamed X. We are now rating ZZT games on this page. Yes, and we can't really give the good ones medals, that would be silly. ZZT making is no sport, but an adventure. Can't give medals, but we can give kudos. Yay. Alright, extensive ratings. They better do better than most ZZT magazines do, then. How do we rate things? Graphics? Picasso or Kindergartner? Audio? Not used much, but should it have a sellable soundtrack or a volume control dial? Technique? Programming skill. Large scale, master programmer, or monkey doing a math problem. Fun value, theme park, or empty room. They're painting up some lovely metaphors here. Tough to beat or easy to eat. For challenge. Replay. How many times would you play it? Daily play or never again? I don't think there's any ZZT game I would play every single day. I can't even think of, like, even the few, like, proc gen ones where in theory it wouldn't be the same game every time. I think I'm good. Overall, average. Okay, let's see. Let's start with something. I mean, the Star Wars game is probably also bad, statistically speaking. I just don't remember that one too much. I remember Return of Kefka. I remember this being a bad game. Final Fantasy: The Return of Kefka, an adventure based upon the video game. By Zach Jenks. Did we have an off? I don't. Sorry, you know we gotta scour these things for information. Okay, no, I just straight up has that guy's name on the title screen. We just went with his email. 5, wait a minute, 5 for graphics. Am I thinking of the right game? Wow, that's 5 for graphics is pretty generous. Technique 2, fun value 3. Okay, everything else seems about where I would expect it to be. Which is to say not good. Story, original, I'd give it a 6. Would you like to tell me about it so I can decide whether or not I should check out this game? You need to cover the whole thing, yeah! Let's point out the highlights. First of all, the bug. Zach set it to start at the wrong point. This may cause a plot hole. I would hope so. In the stages that may be missed, there was Locke's living room. There was just a couch. That's it. Structure labeled couch. The graphics were pretty nice. Picture-wise, I was pretty annoyed at all the empty rooms containing just text. Why not fit it all on a scroll? I like that we get banter here, actually. That's pretty unique for these magazines. I guess that's the benefit of ZZTing with your brother. There was a secret room in the game, and guess what? What? It was filled with items. Does anyone want to spend 10 minutes picking up stuff they only need a few of? Agree. Too much ammo. The classic review. Too many yellow borders, too. Well, that's it. Everything is on the downside, but the pictures got my good side. I give Zach half a kudos, everybody. That's fair. Alright, which one of these is Shadows of the Empire? Is that the one with, like, the giant Palpatine boss? Action, based upon the video game. Actually, wait a minute. Oh god. I think I see the point they're trying to make, but wait. No, okay, these aren't all based on existing properties. Brace yourselves, we're gonna hear that sound again. Bad scores, okay. This bro is really sad. Nothing special about this edition. But let's see. In the description, Dan said there were improvements. Do not be fooled. The only modifications are the title screen and the Boba Fett scene. Don't forget the music. Oh yeah, the music. Dan obviously tried to recreate the Star Wars theme, but instead made a mess. Okay, brace yourselves for the Star Wars theme. They did a bad job, huh? No, stop it. True, it is sad. Doesn't sound like Star Wars at all. Got the bonus scene. That's horrible. Just another drawing of C-3PO, and you just shoot him and he turns into ruffians. If that isn't gratuitous, I don't know what is. There's also other stuff. The rooms, for some reason, you can fly in. When it says you have the jetpack, that is not needed. You could fly before. The big train is connected by... Yeah, I'm remembering this one now. The big enemies are composed of breakable blocks and guns. The game stops after Boba Fett, making stuff incomplete. It'll be all now. No kudos for you, Dan Page. Booster Gold 2, another one I remember being a mess. Again, they don't like it. Everybody seems like they made these magazines just to tell everybody about the games they didn't like. Wrong X. The game, genius, everything. Okay, we have yellow borders, and in scene 4 there was this bomb, and it was labeled "Bomb will explode." Of course bombs explode, why would anyone do that? Don't know. Many rooms had millions of enemies inside, and some tedious roads curving to fit the room. I don't think I want to go any further. No kudos for you, Cloner X. Alright, they might like City of the Stupid. Super Mario RPG 2? Adventure based on the video game by Skullcrunch and Rocco of DM Soft. Oh, okay, this one at least has some reasonable scores. They might have liked something about it. Great. Definitely an achievement from the original. Yes, the gameplay was pretty much up to par. It's what I think should be the average ZZT game. The one thing I didn't like was the bloody skulls in the forest. They weren't there in the game. Oh no, he played the haunted version. One thing that bothered me was the darkness. That increased the challenge, though. Alright, the game gets a kudos. We finally found something we like. Star ZZT? Is that another Star Wars one? Is that Omega? I'm guessing they didn't like... Wait, what? Why are half of these stats empty, but then it has an 8 out of 10 overall? Oh, is this just a custom font? I see, graphics patch. Okay. Major graphics breakthrough! I think we're going to see some pretty darn good Star Wars games coming if this is used greatly. We're not. You're not. It will not. There will not be any good ZZT Star Wars games in the next 20-some years. If somebody wants to be the first, go nuts. It's right there for the taking. Just don't tell Disney. What Z Omega did was replace certain characters to look like Star Wars objects. Good job. No more H's for TIE fighters. Excellence, major kudos to Z Omega. Now that the TIE fighters look better than an H, sure it'll be a good game. Okay, City of the Stupid. We played the 24 hours of ZZT City of the Stupid game, and it was one of, like, the best 24 hours of ZZT games yet. So hopefully, without the time limit, that can continue. And it looks like it's up there. Still only... I guess that's math for you, and that replay value's low. Pretty darn neat. Great graphics. I like the buildings in the background. The classic adventure puzzle format was nice too. It's a shame that the format wastes away the replay value. I mean... yeah, you're tanking the score for that. Pretty small but nice. I'm hoping for a sequel. Kudos to Bongo Soft. These are honestly some of the better ZZT magazine reviews out there. They're kind of talking about the game. Make a Spaceballs ZZT game. Yeah, I feel like its jokes definitely wind up in ZZT games now and then. We've seen like that Yellow Dwarf game that was the Red Dwarf one. Like there's definitely sci-fi nerds out there. There's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy games. There's Star Wars. There's Star Trek. There's MST3K games. Later on, they outsourced the reviews to a more newly recruited member. I want to play your bad ZZT magazine that AKWare couldn't stand. I can't wait. How about the arcade? Anything fun in here? Amateur, man! Oh, lost the time. Well. Statue Bomber and Meow Mix Cat. This is great. For those who were wondering why this magazine looks large, it's because this page is 2 centimeters thick. Alright, Amateur Man. You are a man stuck inside an amateur world. You must face the Lion Army, the yellow bordered room, and the objects that kill each other. You escape this madness? Definitely unfamiliar with a hyper magazine. Alright, so we're doing the ironically bad game thing. They at least didn't put so many lines down that you can't shoot. Gaming. Yeah, actually, why isn't it just called Movie Man? Are they trying to be nicer? There are so many lions. Way too many lions. Alright, well, I've shot hundreds of them lions. That one lion seemed very fast. I think that was the Cycle 1 lion somehow. Lions will eat you. Empty room. Yellow borders. Now you will die. Ah! Well, that's creative. Oh god. I guess I shouldn't have read the scroll. We'll get through it. I know I could just no-clip. There we go. Good as new. That was a fun gag, at least. And hey, somebody, like, immediately recognizing that boards like this do just lead to all the enemies shooting each other. You'll see plenty of games without yellow borders that do this. Oh, there's no way out. You win. The end. What? What a dumb ending. I deserve better than this amateur ending. I don't really suck this bad. You just went through what an amateur would do. Except the attack of the yellow borders. I thought that up. That one I'm taking credit for. To get back to the magazine, restart it. Thanks. I mean, it was a good gag. Statue bomber. What kind of statue is bombing? Of course, a big Barney statue. If you run out of bombs, you lose. Oh, God. Egad, indeed. This is also not gonna be fun gameplay either. You even get the whole... There's a lot of dinosaur and not a lot of bombs, actually. I don't know about this one. Ooh, oh, that was almost a good bomb. No, there's probably enough. This is gaming. Again, though, I don't think there's gonna be... I guess it just checks if there's no breakable walls. Maybe there's a hidden object in the corner? No, because there's 5 bombs left. Well, we can see if I can complete this incredible challenge. Probably not. I don't like how that's looking at already. Yeah, yay, I did it! I'm so good. I blew up the Barney statue. My reward? Oh, there was an object. You destroyed the statue with all the bombs. Bet you can't leave. Oh, a challenge that I will not be participating in. I love all these magazines' arcade boards because they are always so very much just like, we're putting an arcade section in our magazine. Something must be made for this section. And it must be made very quickly. Alright, Is there a penalty? Actually, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll double check that next flip through. Oh, there is. Oh, yes and yes. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Meow Mix Cat. You need to gather all 20 of the Meow Mix kibbles and go back inside before the dog eats you or the rival cats steal your chow. And maybe eat one? Don't worry about the black patches that appear. Don't worry, I won't. This rules, actually. I guess... Time to climb a tree. I guess the red smiley faces are dogs, and they will kill me, and the pushers are supposed to be other cats that will, like, crush the kibble and eat it. This is such a reach for a game, but I'm glad we got to hear the Meow Mix theme in PC Speaker. Making me touch this gate to actually end it. You go indoors with your 20 Meow Mix kibbles. You eat them. Delicious. The dogs are blamed for the black holes dug in the yard. The end. Everyone's happy. Alright, there's some merit to this magazine then. It's got something going for it. Hang on, let me get this. Here, let's see. Amateur Man, Statue Bomber. Where was this hidden object? Here in the corner. Destroyed the statue and left a few bombs. Major points to you, or haha, you lose. Now we know. Alright, game bugs. This is a public service announcement here. This page is dedicated to the people who uploaded games and no one can complete because of a single bug. Real sketch the MP3 monkey energy there. Bugs include stuff like runtime errors, author errors, passage interference, and command errors. Make sure you test the ZZT before you upload, otherwise you might upload an incompletable game. You never know when a runtime error would upset players who try to play it. Ha ha ha, I will shoot you, and then they won't. Here are 2 bugs we found and how to fix them. Attack of the Smileys had an incorrect door. Yeah, no, that's helpful. Do we have that one? Attack of the Shrooms, Attack of the Monsters, Attack of the Smileys. After the capture, yeah, they didn't. It would have been nice if they gave you like the board title so you could flip to that. Go into the editor and change the 2 yellow doors into green doors. Well, good on them for actually documenting this. Mario 64 passage interference. Inside the blue second passage from the main castle room, place a blue passage leading to the same room anywhere south of the boulder, not border. Oh, thank you for that. Coming soon from AKWare? Anything good? Oh, Corrupt Mind. I played that one. Whose mind, you ask? AK's. Yep. You ever want to know what's in his mind? Do you want to know what he thinks whenever he does those weird ZZTs? Corrupt Mind takes you there. Survive the factory of the left hemisphere. Ride the train of thought. Get a big headache from the weirdness center of the right hemisphere. Eat at the restaurant of the mind. See what's making him act ill. For you are the one who will make him better. You will do that, won't you? No. Aw, come on. Fun music. The game was a bit slight. That pretty much covered everything you do in it. It doesn't really establish that you don't really have to interact with a whole lot to do any of that stuff. Clear that out in case there's more music. Now, an upcoming AKWare production, I give you Thief. Sim Thief. Tell me more. This, my friend, is the game where you are allowed to steal stuff. Yes, you play as the thief. You get to steal stuff and make it big in the crime ring. It'll feature a pure puzzle interface and colorful graphics. Is this the original Burglar? You don't think these sound real swell, you won't like these upcoming ones either. Barney Exterminator 2, Barney Through Time. You vs. Stupidity 2, Phantom of the Space Opera. Are we going to learn anything about those games? No, we are not. Gonna learn any cool tricks? Alright, we got one trick. What's the trick? Gore Master Plus. Activate. Okay. The trick is to use red slime to create a horrible, horrible mess of blood. What a helpful technique. You wanna know what some people do that's really dumb? They have a few objects in a room that shoot you, and they often hit and kill each other. To see this, play Amateur Man in the arcade. Thank you, X. Oh, the back cover, that's cute. They really actually stuck with the theme here. Barney Exterminator, AKWare's first game. You get to kill Barney in it. You vs. Stupidity 1, Blunders and Multimedia. Ever wanted to kill Sonic, Lamb Chop, Retro TV, Power Rangers, and Barney at the same time? Now you kill? Or now you can. I would like to see all of them team up. I think this might be the first time I've ever heard of a lamb chop being mentioned in a ZZT game. And then an email-only game because AOL won't allow it. Stupid ZZT file parody #1, Super Power Ranger add-on. We label everything and change objects in a slightly humorous parody. Oh wow, like an original misting. Polished off a magazine. Now go out and read a real book. Or play a ZZT game. That's better. One of these days. Get to you versus stupidity. I know that these games do not age particularly well, but I feel like there was some clout to them. Only one way to find out. I think we can do one more. Bigger and badder magazine format. Oh, they just broke the magazine. You ruined a perfectly good cover page. Barney and Friends VGA. Are we moving on from ZZT Barney games and into the world of standalone Barney games? Good games plus Retson for fresher breath. Oh, the serious opinion letter, the almighty reviews, Barney and Fiends. Oh, this is gonna be good. QA and DOA. Uh-oh, did people actually send them questions? No, they just put a bigger crowd in. Okay, we have one question. What's wrong with my title screen? When you load your game and immediately go in the editor, it shows your title screen held in the progress it was in. Load your game through the editor to prevent these screw-ups. Once again, the way we had to live, we had to remember to open the editor first if we had like a dynamic title screen. Well, that's all our questions. The second AOL account, the second screen name used for when I don't want attention. Oh. Ask the T. This is the kind of petty vandalism I like to do in ZZT games. Oh, we're just clearing out the whole dang stage, huh? And you, microphone. What? What did he do with it? I don't understand how that played out at the end there. It turned to blood? Oh, I see. I'll take your word for it. Alright, let's get some serious opinions. Oh, goodness. Okay. Mentality in ZZT games. This could be good. My AK Neutron. I use many sources for my influence, but in looking through some sources, I discover some people actually think that Code Red 1, 2, and 3 are separate games. I couldn't believe it myself, and I know that it is one game, just 3 files long. Anyway, when I see that kind of thing, I rarely come back to listen to that source. You see, the sources I need have to be intelligent. If not, something might be wrong, and the game would have a plot hole you could fly a plane through. Bottom line, look references up. We have definitely seen some ZZT magazines that review each file individually for some reason. And it is a bit worrying, actually. Not entirely wrong about that. 30% more beef than McDonald's. Any good reviews this time? There should be some decent stuff here. Extensive ratings. Once again, Only the good ones get kudos. As a kid, I thought T2 was the name of a character, and I thought T2 was also Arnold. I mean, yeah, but you don't have to play a lot of Code Red. If you're reviewing Code Red, you've played Code Red, and you don't have to play a lot of Code Red for it to tell you to change files. You basically have to get out of the house. Not in every path, but I don't know. If you're very young, but if you're that young, then also, yeah, I probably don't want your DZT reviews in terms of like actual recommendations. So, I mean, after all, ratings are a matter of opinion. What we say is not necessarily what you might say. A great game doesn't need sound. So if it doesn't have sound, it is not averaged in because it's only fair. Oh, we're elaborating on our ratings now. Turn off the monitor. Look at the screen, then roll your eyes. 3, average, amateur graphics. Not that bad, not that good either. Pretty photogenic, really colorful. This should be framed. Almost lifelike. I really want to see if they give an 8 or higher to any of these games' graphics. The author should consider art as a job. Hey, Picasso, beat this. They really have it out for Picasso. No sound. I like listening to the Macarena. Why they made the B button. Elevator material. Play here every day. Relaxing sound. Great dance music. Headbanging music. Play it over and over. Turn up the volume. Oust today's music. Technique. Amateur. What's this beach shark doing here? From object, average game of today. Simple yet mastered. Building blocks of complexity. Heavily complicated. Blows the mind away. Beyond human comprehension. Pack your bags, go to Silicon Valley. Fun value. Watching golf is more fun. Great waste of time. Time to sleep every minute. Passes the time. Pretty fun. No carnival for me. I've had my fun. Good and good for you. Similar to going to Disney World. The dream game. Serious endorphin overflow. These are fantastic. Fails to say crunchy and milk. 3D on filet mignon. Max play 10 minutes. Keeps busy. Tough and stringy. I think they were writing these when they were hungry. Endorphin, you know. Hours on an expert class game. Hard enough to be taken for granted. So hard it's indigestible. Stop eating the games. Replay. Turn it off after 5 seconds. Never again. Anything good here? When it melts. Why are you just using the M&M slogan? Melts in your hand and mouth. Melts in your hand, but not your mouth. Melts your mouth and hand. That's a good thing. Melts you from the mouth down. Melts you through and the floor. Melts your mouth, your hand, and every single thing within a 50-kilometer radius. It's a good scale. We don't give medals. This isn't the Olympics. Give kudos, not the candy. I've never heard of kudos candy. All right. So these two are a set. I'm gonna go here. Save those two for last, because those two are definitely the good ones. I remember Armor. This is like an unplayable, unwinnable game with like power armor. And they have also recognized this fact, which is pretty easy to recognize. Ay, ay, ay. How do you play it? The armor malfunctions. If you were to function it correctly, you would have to get out of armor to shoot. And since you're a nice white target, the purple people will gun you down in no time. The reason why he made this is that he wants to show everybody that he knows how to use SDK. What I mainly noticed were a few glitches like, hey, where'd my armor's head go? And wait a sec, let me shoot. I was also sorrowed to beat this and see yet another SDK item, fireworks. How dare you? How dare you take tools from this toolkit? No kudos. Gnome Legend of Daenor? I have no idea what this one is. By Buggy Software, that's promising. Do we have this? We do not have this. Seems well enough. I mean, it's not gonna melt everybody in a 50-kilometer radius or nothing, but, you know. Well, you're walking down this island, see? As you go along, you hear this irritating music forcing you to press B. Basically, it was more puzzle than adventure. I also found a glitch. For some reason, the teleport in the snake pit moves forwards for some reason. Sometimes too far, and you can't finish the game. Oh, I bet that's a die move. Oh, actually, they probably are literally talking about a transporter. Well, don't blame buggy software for the software being buggy, ironically enough. But the rest was pretty fun. Half kudos. A shame we don't have it. WWF in your house? Maze game? My house? Okay, nobody liked this. I talked to a lot of people and everyone agreed this is one bad game. Let's start from the top. You have a blank title screen, a maze full of prefab enemies, and when you get through it all, you die. Can't imagine another one. No kudos run. Also unfamiliar with this. Save the World by an unknown author. Do we have this one? Can't finish the game. The click ski by ski. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah, that one just didn't really stick with me, if you can believe it. Can't finish the game because of one glitch. The author used the super lock without making a useless board at the end for the corrupt file. The graphics were amateur. I think they just wanted to say amateur instead of newbie because this sounds fancier. And the technique was par. The plot: save the world from Russians who say ski and their missile. Also combination vault too. This Town of ZZT trick had a bug. You could figure out the combination even without finding it, which is very hard to miss. This concludes this little conversation. Whoever you are, you don't get no kudos. Alright. If the Prophecy the second... Yeah, they're playing the second and third Gladiator game. So they're kind of jumping into the middle here. Hopefully they played the first. I guess you don't have to. Author on... No, we definitely know the author. Yeah. I think it's on the title. Isn't it just on the title screen? Cliff Hensley's Gladiator. Gladiator, Night Saga. Copyright 1996. Cliff Hensley. Gladiator, The Sundering. Copyright 1997 by Cliff Hensley. Maybe there was an older version? But like, title screen, you could find that author info pretty quick. Wait. Is this a different game? I take it back. Thundering is the third game. I just read those titles and wait a minute, none of them were the prophecy. Never mind. We only have part 3 here for those games. Okay, well that explains the bugs. And the lack of fun. People should start checking their game. I know, bugs aplenty. I spent a lot of time just wondering what you are supposed to do. I could see lots of bugs, and you could see how they are by going into the editor and looking at them, which is accessible by pressing escape. Oh, I guess to, like, get around the super lock. The only thing good was the graphics. Everything else just did not appeal to me. This prophet says no kudos. I have no idea what this is about. Okay, so then the Sundering here is its own standalone thing. Again, it does very clearly say Cliff Hensley on the title screen of all 3 of these games, but okay. Graphics 8, Technique 6, Fun Value. It's a very short demo. It's a demo that's like only good in the context of the other games, because there's so little to it. Okay, take Code Red, set it back 600 years, now you have the Sundering. That's wild to make that comparison. This is just like I mean, I guess the you make choices and they determine things. They have impact. I guess it's got that in common with Code Red. I enjoy killing stuff, so I enjoy this game. Interesting blood effects, similar to my Gore Master Plus. One problem I noticed, it was too hard to get into the battlefield because the passage is so tiny. Anyways, I enjoyed it. If the conversations were less boring, I would have given it a much higher rating. I mean, I guess if you don't know who the characters are and you jump into the demo of the third game, it's probably just a whole bunch of nonsense. But like the Gladiator series is absolutely one of the games that I want to play on stream. I guess sometime this year. It won me over so hard. Right, in of order, arcade. Can we somehow top the Meowmix game? Amateur Man 2? Future Schmuck in Wilhelm Rampage? Like the Scream? A sequel to the Amateuresque arcade game is here. Play it or go mad. See? The big centipede. Oh, that explodes into a centipede. A mini centipede. Alright, well, I get the joke. It's the same joke. I get the joke. The same joke. Please come up with a new joke. You could just not put an arcade in your magazine. It's okay. Once again, I don't really suck this bad. You just went through what an amateur would do. Except, oh, you literally did copy the scroll. There wasn't the Attack of the Yellow Porters here. In fact, did the mag restart it? Come on. Nobody would have complained if there were only 2 games in here. Alright, it's the future, and you completed a car trip. The car goes at the speed of light. And guess what? You lost your luggage. Find it before the Neo Hicks do. Alright. At least we got a fun setup here. For Future Schmuck. Searcher for your luggage by... Okay, oh, so we're not going to drive the car that can go at the speed of light, which would have been like a cool thing to do. Search your luggage by trial and error. Search one area, and if you don't find it, it will tell you which direction to look. Miss 5 times, you lose. Are we just... Oh! Replay value. Puzzle 1, please. Alright, more towards home. More towards hotel. More towards home. More towards home. I found the luggage. Good for you. Now you can have a donut. We're really stretching the ideas here. Oh, that was after that. And does this just change where it hides them? I mean, that's kind of neat, at least. But again, it suggests an idea in which I would actually want to play this a second time. Because believe me, if it wasn't for the choose a puzzle set, I would not be on this board still. More towards the hotel. More towards home. More towards home. Alright, I got the donut. It did, which I guess that's cool. Alright. Wilhelm Rampage. Uh-oh, Wilhelm's become a tornado. Clear a path for him before he touches you or any explosives. Finish this and you'll have more challenges. I guess the blue guy? Oh, what? I died. Oh, right, these are explosives. Okay, this is at least a unique concept. Oh yeah, it is! It's just blast core. Except... Oh, uh-oh. I can't understand if there's any rhyme or reason to the way he moves. It's gotta be, like, scripted, right? Oh, am I supposed to just... Okay, I see. There's these little nooks and crannies. Okay, hang on. Now it makes a little more sense. This isn't the worst idea, actually. Oh, well, that's probably bad. I think I'm doomed because of that. Kind of like a real-time Sokomon. Like, you can... Yeah, I'm gonna die. I think there's something to this. This is remarkably better than any of the other arcade games in these magazines so far. I'm not saying this is, like, necessarily the best execution. But now that I understand what's going on... Well, this kind of works. I'm a bit worried about that. Yeah, you're gonna smack right into that. Yeah, no, this is actually kind of neat. Probably needs a better setup than the man has become a tornado. Oh, like this right here, now that I'm realizing how this works, like I have to wait for him to pass this choke point. Oh, this is good. We lure him. Is there a second level? They said there was more. I honestly wouldn't mind more. Aw. Oh. Oh. Is it scripted? I wasn't supposed to actually push the boulder. Well, I can't proceed to the next board now. you're outrunning that. Shelter. Good. Let me in. Shut the door. Guess what? We're trapped here. Oh, you've won. Press escape to return to the magazine. Good job with that one. But then what does this mean for Barney and Fiends that this is not in the arcade? To just dedicate one's life to destroying Barney the dinosaur. Coming soon from AKWare comes an action game. Of course, it's not ZZT. Woohoo. But it's better. VGA graphics, awesome animations, and huge levels. This is what a game is all about. Yes, it's Barney and Fiends. You go through 5 levels to get to Barney and kill him. There will even be a training room and a shooting gallery. You will get 4 different weapons, each with a different power level. You need the best to destroy Barney in his space station. With all the violence, who wouldn't like this game? Here's what people say. I'm making this. Hey, Neutron. Cool. Beavis. Yeah, cool. AK Electron. We're pretty stupid as far as human beings are concerned. Jonathan Bell. 25% complete. Find me the leaked beta of this. Yeah, it really doesn't go into any detail other than VGA. And it's like 1997, so there's a lot of things that could mean. Was Verge around by that point? Or is it just something entirely separate? Is it just like, listen, I picked up a book on C++. Vaporware. Oh. Any cool tricks this issue? New enemy, the pigeon. Watch out. Makes breakable walls at you. It doesn't hurt you. It makes a huge mess. If this magazine ran for like 30 issues, you might get enough stuff to do something with all this. Alright, The Unexpected, the movie? Oh, is this like cat or cow gonna get abducted by aliens? Oh, are they landing? I am Recor, explorer of galaxies. Oh, we're gonna mistake... Oh, a typical Earth cow. This might be fun. Let's tip it over while she sleeps. There we go, I've had my fun, I'm off. Okay, I talk really fast. Is that it? Okay, we crashed into the moon. Okay, twist ending. Thank goodness. Oh, we even fixed our passage mistake. AK Electron secret catalog and exit, and then we'll wrap this on up. Here's our games. Here's our email only game. Banned from AOL. I would love to find a copy of that. New White Whale here. Stupid ZZT parodies #1. Next issue, even more AKWare slogans. Alright guys, what do you gotta tell me? Like last time's cover. Go out and read a real book. Oh, is this the same thing again? Okay. Acknowledged. Acknowledged and ignored. The AKWare experience. Alright, we're gonna call it there. Let's just see what the cover looks like of part 3, just as a teaser. Oh shoot, an exclusive first look at Barney Exterminator 2? Very exciting. Alright. Oh, thank you AKWare for your many magazines to get us through these Friday nights. Flame Frost Blade, getting to see a little more of that was kind of neat. I like the artboards. That one forest shot was pretty good too. It really seems like that game was a lot of promotion and very little actually making the game. Very much the old ZZT comic. It's the Jungle Attack game. Where there's nothing actually made to it, but oh boy, do I have all these great features for it that I can tell you about right now. Police Quest game seems kind of wild, honestly. For the Bold, you can check that one out. It's just on the museum now. Might not be the best thing to stream, but still cool to see something neat from the 90s dug up and brought before us today. Even more wild to think that there was like a 2015 revival of this game. We're just being like, nah, I'm good. Okay, that is gonna do it then for today. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. We will be back again on Sunday. More 24 Hours to Go, the series where we're playing through every 24 hours of ZZT game. We will be finishing up the space contest finally. 36 entries, and there's only like 4 left finally. After that, it'll be the fantasy one. I've been going through that one, making sure that it is good to stream. Boy, that one has its own kind of dilemmas. After that, we actually recently hit our subscriber goal, which was an issue with the tracking on it, so oops, it didn't really get pronounced so much. I'm hoping that Gate and I will do a little bonus shareware stream next Wednesday at 6. That'll get locked in over the next day or two. Put it up on the schedule on the museum. And then next Friday, well, I'm going to do another poll, I think, and we'll see what other relatively new or newish release we check out. I saw Will just uploaded a new game. There's still a few more that I'd like to get to. In the stream queue, I guess it would be. So I'll put a few up to vote. Let the people decide. Check out something cool next Friday. Alright, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had fun.